cloud since February, the home of pro baseball wept this morning. The hometown hero had cut a deal that may cut him out of baseball for life.
The banishment for life of Pete Rose from baseball is the sad end of a sorry episode. This sorry episode began last February when baseball received firm allegations that Mr. Rose bet on baseball games and on the Reds games. Such grave charges could not and must never be ignored.
The Pete Rose at Riverfront Stadium this morning was not the triumphant hit king, not Charlie Hustle, but a weakened man who had slid headfirst into a mess he couldn't slug his way out of.
And as you can imagine, this is a very sad day. You know, I've been in baseball 3 decades, and to think that I'm going to be out of baseball for a very short period of time hurt. I've made some mistakes, and I think I'm being punished for those mistakes. However, the settlement is fair. My life is baseball. I hope to get back into baseball as soon as I possibly can. I'm looking forward to that. Matter of fact, I've never looked forward to a birthday like I'm looking forward to my new daughter's birthday, because 2 days after that is when I can apply for reinstatement. I love the Reds. My middle name should be Reds. This is the greatest place in the world to play ball, or the greatest place in the world to manage a baseball team. This is the baseball capital of the world, as far as I'm concerned. And I was raised right here in the baseball capital. We're standing right now on Pete Rose's way. So it's kind of a silly question asking when I'd like to come back to Cincinnati.
I am confronted by the factual record of Mr. Dowd, and on the basis of that, yes, I have concluded that he bet on baseball.
Well, regardless of what the commissioner said today, I did not bet on baseball. That's all I can say.
For now, Riverfront Stadium and the house that Pete built is without its most popular tenant. Peter Edward Rose can no longer step foot in the house that he built.
When I go to the ballpark tomorrow night, he's not going to be there. That's very, very difficult for me to accept.
The outcome was a sad one, but it was something that the commissioner had to do to protect the sport.
This is a very, very sad day for me. If you're ever going to get a big league manager job, this is no way to get it. But as Murray just said, baseball's going to go on.
I know him so well that I think now this next couple months it's going to set in, and I think it's going to be awful hard for him.
Let no one think that it did not hurt baseball. That hurt will pass, however, as the great glory of the game asserts itself and the resilient institution goes forward. Let it also be clear that no individual is superior to the game.
In the end, Baseball Commissioner Bart Giamatti never backed down, never compromised. Although he didn't get to hold his hearing on the Pete Rose gambling charges, the commissioner ultimately got much more. Rose agreed to step down, and that was a huge victory for the man who oversees the game.
That there was no position I could take honorably on that basis, except permanent ineligibility.
So Pete Rose is banished for life, maybe. Baseball rules allow someone who is suspended to apply for reinstatement after a year, but that decision would rest with the commissioner. Giamatti won't make any predictions about what he would do if Rose came back and begged for mercy next year.
First of all, the burden is entirely on Mr. Rose. The burden is not on me. I think it's completely premature for me to stand here today and begin to talk about what he has a right to do a year from now, and so I'm not going to do it, frankly. It isn't up to me. It is up to Mr. Rose, it seems to me, to reconfigure his life.
What happens to me in the upcoming year? Nothing. I'll do without baseball for the first year, and I guess since I was about 7 or 8 years old.
Do you really think you're going to be reinstated, sir?
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
He continued to deny that he's a sick man, and he says he is not a compulsive gambler.
I don't think I have a gambling problem at all. So consequently, I won't seek any help of any kind.
Many think some counseling would help his chances of once again being a big leaguer. His chances of being a Hall of Famer may be a different story.
I did my part to get into the Hall of Fame. It's up to you people who will do the voting. I got all the hits and scored all the runs and won all the games.
But today he lost in front of the whole world, and it may take a triumphant entry into Cooperstown to wipe out the images of his exit from Riverfront Stadium.
I will never do nothing illegal again.